Okay, so we're going to build out a monitoring system for strength and conditioning in these videos. This probably will be a couple different videos, but this is going to be the first one. So we have a blank Excel right here. First thing we're going to do is going to go to page layout, click on the margins and go to custom margins on this page. All right, page setup will open up and we're going to change all of these to 0. So when you are printing these out, this is what all of this stuff is going to be. So I want it to be horizontal and vertical. All right, so it's going to be in the center of the page. Next, we're going to click on page. All right, and we're going to go into landscape and fit to. Now this is going to be printing out horizontally for the 3-day that we're going to do. If you do a 2-day, you may want it in portrait. That's up to you. But for this, we're going to have it in landscape, and you want to fit everything into one page. Okay. Now, from here, all right, you got a little box up here. I'm going to click that, and that's going to highlight every single cell, all right, for columns and rows. And I'm going to make it all fairly smaller. Okay, so as you can see, you can make that very small. Just for column A, right here, I'm going to make a little larger, okay? And I'm going to skip down to row 7, and I'm going to put exercises, all right? Going over into column B in row 7, I'm going to put sets, reps, and I'm going to put weight, so that's WT, all right? I'm going to highlight these, and I'm going to just double click, and it's going to fit these inside for the longest one that it has to be. I'm going to center this. Okay. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to highlight. I'm going to copy it. So to copy it, you either can highlight it and right click and hit copy. If you're on a Mac, it's Command C. And then to paste it, you can either go right click and hit paste, or if you're on a Mac, it's Command V. Okay, and I'm going to do that 4 times total. Sorry, to 3 more times to have 4 times total. I'm going to highlight all the way over again, and I'm going to double click to make everything the same. Okay, so to show you right here, I'm going to highlight that one. If you're on a Mac, it's Command. I believe if it's on a PC, it's Control. But if you hold down Command and then take your finger off and move it over and do it again, it's going to do an extra one. Okay, and so I'm going to do all of that, and I'm going to hit merge. So you have 4 right there, and so we have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Okay, that's why we did it 4 times. Right there. All right, and then I'm going to also merge a couple of these right here. So I want to do, let's say, 3. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight over. I want to go 3 more down because I want 6 sets, because each row is going to be a set. All right, I'm going to go to borders. Now this little button right here is going to be a really good tool for you guys to use to make this look really nice and neat, and also help with separation to make everything look the way you want it. I'm going to go click that arrow button, go to more borders. All right, I want the big line right here, and I'm going to go on the outside. So this is going to get the outline right here. This one will go on the inline. I'm just going to go on the outline for right now. Okay, so we're good on that. And then I'm going to highlight straight down here, and I'm going to do the exact same thing. Just get that line right down there. And then I'm going to go inside. And this time I want to go on the inside, but I want to do it a little bit different. I want the smaller one and I want the inside there. So as you can see, you got right there. This is going to be where your exercise is. So I'm going to do another border to make that line right there. And then the other parts that I want to fix is on the top part here. So I'm going to highlight all of this. And I'm going to change the color. Now you can pick any color you want, but I want to pick, I want to pick black to fill. Now everything's going to go away, and now I want white for the lettering. And I'm going to highlight, and I want another border around there. Same thing up here, black, white. I want to go another border around there, all right, because I want the outside of the borders to look pretty nice, all right. And now what you have is one exercise right here. So what we're going to do, actually, I want to separate now the weeks. So again, highlight inside, hold down your command. I think it's control on a PC, and we're just going to go week by week. All right, you can even highlight this last one right there. Go into borders. And I want to separate them, so I want the bigger border right there, and I want to make it the square. And now you have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 all separated. We're going to then go all of this, and then again, copy, which is Command C on a Mac, or you can just right click and hit copy, and we're going to go paste. All right. And you got your paste right there. We're going to do three. We're going to have 3 main lifts, let's say, for this. All right, so you got 1, 2, and 3 right there. And then we're going to highlight over it down. We're going to hit the merge button because we want to merge all of these together. And we're going to put in accessories. Okay, so your accessory work. Okay, switch it to that, all black. Go to more borders, and I want to make it, fit still the same style. You can make this a little bit bigger by going into your cursor here and drawing it down. Okay, so you got your accessory work. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and now we're going to go into our accessories, and I'm going to highlight, say, let's go with 3. All right. And we're going to merge those. Okay. And what we're going to do is going to go cross. Let's go 3 rows again. And we're going to go borders. Big border on the outside, switch it to the small border. You can do both of them at the same time as you're in here. Just got to make sure that you click on the right border that you want. Okay, and you got it right there. Fill in the weeks by highlighting inside because you want to separate them out. It makes it a lot easier to know where you're at when you're looking at it. The bigger border. Okay, so you got the week 1, 2, and 3. Last one of the borders. Okay, so you got accessory. Now I'm going to highlight this, and we're going to do it 3 more times. Okay, so we're going to have 4 accessories, let's say, at the end. All right, and you could add more at the bottom here. If, let's say, you want a finisher, you want core work, or any extra work like balance work or whatever you want, you could always put in more work down here. I'm not going to do that. Everything is going to be really the exact same thing. All right, but I'm going to go all the way back up to your A6, and I'm going to highlight and copy all of this. Okay, so you're going to copy it. Okay. So you get the lines around it. I'm going to skip over N, I'm going to go to the O because I want a little bit of a space in between. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to hit Command V, which is pasting. All right. And I'm going to do it again with AC, and I'm going to go there. All right. Now, as you can see, the exercises, the sets and reps are not the same in all of these, and we want to make them the same length. So go to A. Again, on a Mac, it's going to be Command. If it's on a PC, I want to say it's Control. Hold down the Command button, then click in the O, click in the AC because that's what where the exercises are, and then you're going to drag a little bit out, and this makes all of those those columns the exact same width. All right, now we're going to fix out these ones here. So I'm going to highlight all the way across to those. Same thing, highlight across, and all of these ones. And we want to make all of these the same. So we're going to go in and make them a little bit bigger, and boom, you have all of these are going to be the same length. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go across and highlight, cross and highlight, cross and highlight, and we're going to merge these. All right, put a nice border around it. All right, now what are these? These are going to be, well, it's a 3-day. So you can, if you are, let's say, doing 3 days per week, you can do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Okay. The other way we can do this, and you want to do this after you do all of the formulas and make everything work at the very end. What you can do is, if let's say you want more days in the week, you could put the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then at the end, after you put all of this stuff together on this page, you can right click, go to move or copy, and you can make a copy of the sheet. I'm not going to do that right now. I'll do that at the very end though. Okay. After that, we're going to go back up to the top here in A, and we're going to put maxes. We're going to put current max and training max. Now those are going to be different, and I'll explain what they are. Okay. And we're just going to format a little bit. So in this first one, we're going to scroll down and we're going to highlight all the way across. We're going to merge borders, make this a nice border. Okay, this is where the name of the athlete will go. Okay. And for right now, we're not going to do anything over here, but we can always put in more stuff over there. Back to the maxes. Now these aren't set in stone, but you can have, these are like the lifts that you want to max out, test your athletes out to get percentages in order to use it down here. So we can do a clean, we can do a back squat, we can do a front squat, you can do a deadlift, bench press, and you can do more and more as you go. For this, I think I'm just going to do these 4 right here. I'm going to center those up. Okay. Do a little bit more bordering around it. Okay, inside. And then on the top here, I just want to make those on the bottom. So again, on here, you see the line right on the top. So that means it's going to be on the top. This is going to go across the middle, but it's grayed out because you can't, because you're only in one row. If you were in 2 rows, you could do that. And you got the bottom, so I want the bottom. Go there. And now we have that. Make this go down, and I want to go down that way. There we go. All right, and I want to keep it in the same format, and here we go right there. And the last thing I want to do is merge this and make one more box here. Okay. Right there, and then here's where you can do the cross one, and that's going to put a line right across there. Okay, and then in here, I'm going to put % regulation. Okay, and for now, we're just going to put 100%. Okay, I want to put that up there, make it maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, and there you go. We have currently right now the setup for our dashboard. Okay. Last thing I want to do in this video is go here, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to rename this. Okay, and I want to rename this. Let's go with weeks 1 through 4. Okay, and then I'm going to put in parentheses 3 because it's 3 days worth. Okay, hit enter, and now you have this tab is now called weeks 1 through 4, 3. Okay, so that's the first video on how to set all of this up. Next video we'll go into is creating your exercise database and linking those exercises into this sheet here.